Hey guys, Bios Ramos, and the Dolphins won today. Final score was Philadelphia Eagles 31, Miami Dolphins 37. Yes, they won. They won. They're finally 3-9. Eagles are 5-7. Let's get into it.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
So before I say anything, Dolphins won. Bengals won. They beat the Jets like crazy. Oh my god, like 30-6 or something like that. Let's see. Anything else regarding the draft position? Pittsburgh won another game. They beat Cleveland, so that first round pick from them is gonna not be so high. Washington won. And Tampa Bay won, if anything, if that's any help. So, Dolphins 3-9. And let's get into some stats. So, first and foremost, Carson Wentz went 28 of 46, 310 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Sacked twice for a loss of 16 yards. And let's go over to the Dolphins, where we have Ryan Fitzmagic. Oh man, he went 27 of 39, 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and sacked 3 times for a loss of 15 yards. And then there's another player on the QB on the passing chart, and it's Matt Hack. 1 for 1, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. Great celebration. So, if you don't know what that is, we faked a field goal. Crazy play. It's similar to what Indianapolis ran. If you've never seen that play, it's the most infamous play ever in probably football. But yeah, Dolphins on the 1 yard line, lining up for a field goal. Then everyone spreads out left and right. Matt Hack, our punter, was the one who was QB for this play. And then Jason Sanders was technically his slot receiver in the sense. So that being said, it could have been a screen, or what Hack did is he took the snap, kind of ran a little bit, and then sucked in the defense while Jason Sanders pretty much did a little slant and boom, flicked it to him. Touchdown. That was a big play from the Miami Dolphins. So, let's go over to the rushing stats. Miles Sanders, 17 carries and 83 yards for the Philadelphia Eagles. And then Jay Ajayi had 2 rushes for 9 yards. And let's see what else. We have Albert Wilson had 2 carries for 31 yards. Myles Gaskin had 2 carries for 20 yards. Patrick Laird had 10 carries for 5 yards and 1 touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick had 3 carries for 2 yards. And Kalen Ballage had 3 carries and no yardage. And I believe he got injured. So, probably not going to be seeing Kalen Ballage in the backfield for anytime soon. That being said, let's go over to the receiving stats. Alshon Jeffrey for the Philadelphia Eagles, 9 receptions, 137 yards, 1 touchdown. Then we have Dallas Goedert, 6 receptions, 66 yards. And Nelson Aguilar, 3 receptions, 41 yards. Zach Ertz, 3 receptions, 24 yards. Miles Sanders, 5 receptions, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, I'm pretty sure I said his name right. 1 reception, 15 yards, 1 touchdown. And then Greg Ward Jr., 1 reception, 5 yards. Now for the Miami Dolphins, we had how many people receive the ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different receivers, including our kicker. So, leading receiver for this game was Devontae Parker. He balled out of his mind. 7 receptions, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he was targeted 10 times. The first time he got targeted was literally the first pass of the play of the game, and he got hit pretty hard. It should have possibly been pass interference, but whatever. It ended up getting intercepted. I didn't want to watch the game after that. It was literally the first play. I'm like, oh, this is the type of day we're gonna have, and the Dolphins prevailed. Anyways, let's get back to the stats. Mike Gesicki, 5 receptions, 79 yards. and a touchdown. He has a touchdown in back-to-back games. Last week he had his first touchdown against the Cleveland Browns. This week he got another touchdown. Let's keep this rolling, see what happens. Next we have Patrick Laird, 4 receptions, 43 yards. Allen Hurns, 3 receptions, 33 yards. Albert Wilson, 5 receptions, 32 yards. Durham Smythe, 2 receptions, 13 yards. Myles Gaskin, 1 reception, 6 yards. Jason Sanders, 1 reception, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. All the glory. And then Clive Walford was targeted once, couldn't catch it. Isaiah Ford targeted once, couldn't catch it. And Kalen Ballage targeted once, and I think that's when he got injured off of that pass. Now let's go over some fumbles. We got some fumbles. We got Carson Wentz. He fumbled, but he recovered it. He was trying to take a shot at the end zone to help the Eagles get themselves back in position, and it couldn't happen. And then we knocked the ball out, but he luckily jumped right on top of it right away. So Dolphins couldn't really recover the ball. Now let's defensively. Malcolm Jenkins was the leading tackler for the Philadelphia Eagles. 7 total tackles, 7 solo, 1 pass deflection. Derek Barnett, 6 total, 6 solo, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, and 4 QB hits. Fitzpatrick was taking a beating today. I'm telling you that now. He had 11 QB hits to the Miami Dolphins, 5 defensively for both teams. And then let's see who else. Josh Sweat and Fletcher Cox split a sack, and then Vinny Curry got a single sack, and nothing too crazy. Jalen Mills, 2 pass deflections. Nigel Bradham, 1 pass deflection. Ronald Darby, 1 pass deflection. Anthony Rush, 1 pass deflection. And that's pretty much it. Now for the Miami Dolphins, Ken Webster, cornerback, was our leading tackler. 7 total, 7 solo. Let's go to Raekwon, 7 total, 3 solo, and 1 QB hit. Eric Rowe, 5 total, 3 solo. Let's get into some key stats here. He had a pass deflection as well. We had Sam McGuavin get a sack, and then 3 tackles for a loss and 1 QB hit. Nick Needham had 1 pass deflection. Tucker Charlton had a sack. Let's see, Christian Wilkins had a pass deflection and a QB hit. And it seems like that's pretty much it for the key defensive stats besides interceptions. So Ronald Darby was the one who picked off the pass for the Eagles he picked off the Ryan Fitzpatrick first play of the game. And then also Chris Lamons intercepted Carson Wentz. So not bad, not bad. And then there was no kick returns for Philadelphia. They touched back the ball every single time. Durham Smythe had 1 return for 6 yards because Eagles did a soft kick in a sense. So I think this was before halftime. Yeah, before halftime. Just a nice little kick it down the middle of the field and have them try to make a little return or anything. And he quickly went to the ground once he was about to get contacted. Now, punt returns, there was no punt returns for Philadelphia because I don't remember punting the ball at all. I think we punted it once, if anything. But for Miami, we had Marcus Sherrills. He had 2 punt returns and no yardage. Let me go play by play real quick. Dolphins, interception, punt, punt. Okay, so we had 2 punts. Touchdown, touchdown, end of half. Touchdown, 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 field goal. And then 1 punt to close off the game. So we had 3 punts. And they did not return a single one, which is good. Speaking of kicking, we have Jake Elliott. Went 3 for 4 on field goals and 2 for 2 extra points. And then we have Jason Sanders. He went 1 for 1 on field goals and 2 for 3 on extra points. And let's see what else. Punting. Cameron Johnston had 3 punts for 128 yards. 2 of them are in the 20, and the 46 was his longest one. Then we have Matt Hack, had 3 punts, 96 yards, and the longest was 41 yards. And he also had a little touchdown throw. So that's pretty much it for stats-wise. This really hurt the Eagles more than it hurt the Dolphins in a sense. Eagles were in position to be tied with the Dallas Cowboys for the NFC East lead at 6-6, but nope, they dropped down to 5-7, hurting their playoff chances more and more every single day because Only way they will make the playoffs right now is if they win their division, and that's not even looking so right now. Then, when you look at the AFC East, we have New England 10-1, but they're playing tonight against the Houston Texans, so let's see what happens there. And then we have the Buffalo Bills, who are 9-3, just came off a great win against the Dallas Cowboys. New York is 4-8. The Jets, they just lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Bengals. They stink. Then we have the Miami Dolphins 3-9. We're probably not going to finish last because honestly New York is trash and we're playing them next week. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it stats wise. It was very, very, very interesting game to watch. Back and forward. Let's see the score by the quarters. Philadelphia 10 in the first quarter, Miami 7. Miami 7 in the second, Philly 11. Then in the third quarter, Philly 7, Dolphins 12. And then fourth quarter, Philly 3 and Miami 11. So Chris Lamons, I remember now, he got an interception to seal the game. Carson Wentz pretty much did like a Hail Mary type of play, and then we intercepted it. So great game defensively, offensively for the Miami Dolphins. Special teams, everybody played a role. We did some of the things. We got in Carson Wentz's face, and we made him feel uncomfortable in the pocket a lot. It doesn't really seem like it. I mean, we got how many QB hits? We got 5 QB hits, but he was under pressure a good majority of the game. Not only that, we also gave Patrick Laird the ball, like I said, even though it was most likely because of Ballage getting hurt. But we gave him some runs and we gave him some passes. He did well. He caught the ball and he maintained possession of the ball very well, unlike what Kalen Ballage has been doing so far this season. And then lastly, we didn't let them beat us over the top. The secondary made sure to keep everything in front of them. Yeah, they might have been burnt a couple times and whatnot. They found some holes. That's fine, but they ended up stopping them and not getting gashed by a big play or just having someone just go right by you. So I'm pretty happy with what the Dolphins did today in order to get the win and see if they keep it going next week against the New York Jets. It's a 1 o'clock game, I believe, and pretty much it. The only thing else I would have to say is that the Dolphins are playing in New York 2 weeks in a row. So they're playing the Jets next week, and then the following week they are playing the New York Giants. So yeah, pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a nice thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the post notification bell option to get notified every time I upload a video. And then also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @ByAustinRamos. Check out ByAustinRamos.com. And lastly, fins up.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.